Hi everybody, Pat Huntoon here with Technique Junkies, and today I'm going to be making a couple of little cards for you using these new stencils from A Colorful Life Designs. They are rectangle, circular, and square grids, and they come in all different shapes, sizes. They're all on my website now, all the ones I'm carrying, but I want to show you how to use some of the square ones. So first we're going to be using the 6 square grid, and then we're going to be using the 4 square grid. So the first thing I want to show you is a couple of things. First of all, I don't know if you can see this. I hope you can. It says A2 card guide on it. There is actually a square around here with the A2 card guide, so you know that you are centering this directly on your card, which is really quite important once we get to it. So I have actually sprayed this with pixie spray and let it sit for a minute, and then I'm lining up an A2 size card with this stencil so that I know that this is going to be directly in the center of this card. Okay, so I have it lined up. I'm going to tilt it a little bit just because I'm right-handed. Okay, and then I'm going to be using Distress Oxide Inks. I'm going to be using 4 colors on this one. I'm going to be using Antique Linen, Speckled Egg, Broken China, and Mermaid Lagoon. And I'm actually, this is going to be uncomfortable for me because I usually start at the top and work my way down, but I'm actually starting at the bottom and working my way up. So you notice that we only have 3 columns of squares or 3 rows of squares, and we have 4 colors. That's because we're going to overlap some of the colors. So we're starting with the Antique Linen on the bottom. We'll be using the Speckled Egg in between these 2 squares here, the Broken China here, and the Mermaid Lagoon at the top. It kind of gives you a little idea of land or airiness, outdoors. So we're starting with the Antique Linen, and I'm just taking and I'm rubbing my brush on top of the Antique Linen pad. This is a blending brush. It is a brush. It's not foam. It looks like foam, but it's not. And I'm just going to be putting this along the bottom of the first 2 squares. The nice thing about this card is it goes together really quick, and you can mat this, or you could just leave it the way it is. So this is the one color we're going to use the least of. So I'm going to put the Antique Linen there. I'm using the same brush. I'm going to wipe it off on a paper towel just slightly. Then I'm moving on to the Speckled Egg, Distress Oxide Speckled Eggs. And I'm going to ink up my brush again, same brush. And then I'm going to do it over the first square, the top of the first square, and the bottom of the second square, second group of squares, row of squares. Okay, one thing about blending, see what I just did? I touched the brush there. We're going to fix that. So I'm going to blend the top part of that nice and evenly. I like circular motions, but with these it's a little difficult. I'm sorry, the camera's shaking a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that off of the Speckled Egg off of there. I just want to go over that little smudge there with Antique Linen again. And because my paper is held so nice and firmly with the pixie spray, or you could use washi tape or purple tape or whatever you have, I can keep going over and over this, and it's not moving around on the cardstock. So I just went over that with the Antique Linen to kind of hide my little smudgy mudge there. Then I'm going to use the Broken China. And the Broken China, as you could probably guess, is going to go the top part of this square and the bottom part of this square. That's done, and then the very top of this is going to be Mermaid Lagoon. So I'm using the same brush again, Mermaid Lagoon on the top. All right, so that right now doesn't look like a whole lot of anything, but watch when I take this off. Isn't that just so pretty? I think the colors themselves are just beautiful on this. So what I'm going to be using next, I'm using a stamp positioner. You can use a stamp positioner, or you can just use a regular ink block. And when I use this stamp positioner and I'm doing something where I want it in a specific spot, I actually take a piece of acetate or an old plastic piece that I have so I can see where it's going, just so I can see through it. So I line the card in the corner, I put the acetate piece on top, I put the stamp in the Misti where I think I have it, and right now I am using this stamp, which is SD 767 Love and Laughter Floral, and now I'm going to be using black ink on this. On this one, I'm going to be using Define Black Onyx. You could use whatever black makes you happy. I'm going to tap it lightly. I am going to put it on top of the acetate and see if I like where it's laying. So I love where that is right now. I think it's in the right position. There's a reason for that. I did set it up earlier. I cheated a little bit. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is remove the plastic. If you don't have a piece of plastic from an old stamp positioner, take some plastic out of a packaging piece. It is a really good tip to use. It will save you a lot of agita and lining up. And there you go. That is, you could give this card just like this. I did it on a piece of cards, full piece of card, so you could give it just like this, or you could mat it. And so that is one kit and one card. So I'm going to set this aside, and let's do the pinks. All right. So here is the 4 square. It's 8. Again, it's got the A2 card guide on it. I'll set this up on here. And with this one, I'm only using 3 because I'm using a smaller surface area here. So I'm using Tattered Rose, Worn Lipstick, and Fired Brick because I want to have a nice contrast to them. So I'm starting with a Tattered Rose on the bottom. Then I'm going to use the Worn Lipstick with the same brush. And now I'm going to use the Fired Brick. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this off. And these will just wash off with water, both the front and the back. You could leave the pixie spray on the back and store it that way. Just be careful that you don't get little fuzzies on it because it will transfer to your cardstock. And then I'm going to pull out my Misti. And with this one, I'm going to be using 2 stamps. I'm going to be using SD 620 Whimsical Garden. So it's a little garden of flowers there. And I'm going to be using SD 124 Just For You. And doing the same thing. So I'm going to that's that card. So simple, so easy, so fast. And all you need to do is you can either send it just like this, a card just like this, 1-page card, or you could mat this, and I'll show you it matted. And that's it. So that is our tutorial today. I hope you enjoy learning how to use these shadow stencils. I think they add beautiful blocks of color to whatever you're doing. If you like us, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.